All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
BoJack Horseman, Season 3, Episode 2. Holy shit.
First episode started off with
Real
a bang. We've got BoJack going around doing his interviews.
Yep.
He has assigned himself the role of being the guy that shits on his older career stuff and is trying to put forth this new BoJack who is not real. And he really wants that Oscar. If he can get a nice night in the midst of all of this shit, then that's great.
A compelling
I deserve
argument.
that.
Yeah.
Why keep moving forward just in this vague sense when you can reach after very specific goals amidst that? And I think that's a decent philosophy to live life with because, yes, life is ultimately purposeless if you don't make something of it.
Yeah, have some
your
good
own
nights,
viewpoint of it.
And reimagining yourself, that can absolutely be a good thing, I would say. Like, giving yourself a fresh start as best you can. Yeah. But this isn't one, like, it's being spoon-fed to you rather than, you actually choosing it. So, yeah.
You have hopefully a lot of life left to live, BoJack. And you have people that are willing to, stick themselves out there for you.
Yep.
So, yeah. Maybe you'll take a note from Diane and Mr. Peanut Butter.
I didn't want to be the one to say it,
and
acknowledge your own feelings.
Start acknowledging your own feelings.
Have some self-talk that starts with I feel statements in the mirror, Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, y'all watching. Use I feel statements. Not for others first, but for yourself.
Yeah.
Start your self-talk talking about how you feel. Oh. I'm sorry for any unintended, strong stuff that comes about because of that, but you're probably better for it in the long haul. But yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Well, hey, you sure you don't want to hang around for a little bit? I got no plans.
No, sadly, I have to go to my job where I try to help my boss find gigs for you to turn down. So what? You're just gonna stay at home and get drunk all day?
Hey, don't climb up my ass. I invited you to play hooky and hang out with me.
Look, BoJack, last night was fun and you're sweet, sort of, but I don't want to make a thing out of this.
Great, so we agree. It's not a thing.
Not a thing.
Definitely not a thing.
No, this is not a thing.
Yeah.
So who do you like?
I don't like anyone.
That's redonkulous. You have to like someone.
If
This
I have
is
to,
perfect.
I guess, Kimber?
Ugh, everyone likes Kimber.
Hey, speaking of mobs, we gotta bounce if we're gonna make that flash mob at the Grove. Man, I love flash mobs.
And I love you.
Oh.
Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed. It's a new video game.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'll have an American
Hey!
steamed milk instead of water.
One latte.
And for you, my second and final wife?
Oh, I usually like a cool drink when it's hot outside and a warm drink when it's cold outside, but today is a perfect day. So
One lukewarm coffee for my gorgeous spouse.
BC, where are you hiding?
Right out here, Marv. Same place I've been for the last 14 years.
Get in here and tell me what scripts I read this weekend.
This last one is really special. It's a TV pilot from a veteran sitcom writer named Cuddly Whiskers. It's called, Mitch's Life.
Now there's a title.
I think if we attach the right talent, this could be a hit. You know who'd be great? BoJack Horseman. BoJack,
Nice.
I brought you 4 Loco. I brought four Locos. That's 16 Locos.
Finally, someone brings me an adequate amount of locos. What are you trying to get me drunk? Ugh, you were trying to get me drunk.
BoJack, I knew you wouldn't take
Yes,
this
we
meeting
know.
if I didn't trick you into it. Cuddly Whiskers has a great script and wants to meet you.
Yeah, well, I have a script for you. It's called the BoJack Says No Chronicles.
Just do me a favor and take this meeting. If you're a good boy, we can do that weird French thing you saw in that internet video.
Oh, parkour? Did you try spending the money on things?
I started to feel like I was trapped in a giant plastic ball.
Yeah.
BoJack, meet my lovely assistant, Jill Filipowitz.
Hey, did I say you could speak winch? Whoa.
You can't talk to me like that.
Jill and I have a very special relationship.
Just tell me about the show. I hear it's great.
I've worked on great shows my whole career. Great shows are easy. I didn't become president of the Lampoon so I could make great shows. And if you're ready to finally stop being the horse from horsing around, send me an email. cuddlywhiskers@harvard.edu. That's H-A-R.
I got it.
And then they typed me a letter that said it had obvious merit.
Shouts and murmurs. More like louts and... Wait, what rhymes with murmurs?
For two people who don't like The New Yorker, you guys sure know a lot about the different sections of The New Yorker.
And then Cuddly Whisker said, what if we stopped thinking of TV as a conduit to tell stories and started thinking of it as a conduit to tell truth? And I was like, damn, this guy must have gone to Yale or something.
Sounds like you two really hit it off. So, you're gonna do the show?
Nah, timing's really off right now. My phone's coming out later this year, so I need time to gear up for that.
Okay, I'm done. That's it. I'm tired of bending over backwards for you. Why won't you do this? Give me one good reason.
Because his show sounds incredible. And what if I'm not? What if there's a reason the only thing I'm known for is horsing around?
Sure.
Very relevant to what's happening in present day.
Mm-hmm. The Blu-ray's what ends up being the thing.
Well, it's called 7 Minutes in Heaven. We don't have to kiss if you don't want to. I know you'd rather be in here with Kimber.
That's not true. It's just that, Emily...
What?
I've never kissed anyone before. Okay,
no.
how should we do it? French style, Eskimo, butterfly?
Here, I'll tell you. I know exactly what to do because I practice all the time with a picture of Adam Brody. No, I don't. Until
Oh, there we go.
All right.
There we go.
Oh, you do, huh? Hey, Princess Carolyn. Guess who just got BoJack a job?
Wow.
You are the secretary of a wonderful agent. Now go pick up a pair of satin crotchless undies.
Wow.
Geez, sleep much?
Geez, watch me sleep much?
Well, I couldn't sleep. Kept thinking about today's first read-through, and these things are always so nerve-wracking. You have to sit there and perform for all these people like you're some kind of a...
Professional actor?
Very funny. Promise me everything's gonna be okay today.
I promise it's gonna be great. If you get scared, just look for me in the audience and I'll be there the whole time, laughing and cheering louder than anyone.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Let's see what the suits have to say. Bet they're gonna want to bland it up. Make it appeal to middle America.
Ugh, that's the worst part of America, other than the bottom and the top.
Great job.
All right, enough with the torture. You don't have to feed me to finger me. Just lay on the notes already.
Our only note? No notes.
No notes?
We love this show.
BoJack, I'm calling it right now. This show is going to be as big as horsing around.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Watch tennis. Why? Tennis makes me so mad. Why doesn't anyone ever catch the ball?
Hello? Can we please get some service in this place?
Mom, I'm finally going to be a published writer. My open letter to open letters is going to be published in McSweeney's.
Mick what? Who's that? Some Irish?
And my Blockbuster original series has been keeping me very busy.
I still don't get how that's gonna work. Like
Blockbuster
at all.
original series.
It makes total sense. They make the whole season and put it on 6 DVDs.
Right.
Then people go to their local Blockbuster Video and rent it out one disc at a time
Yeah.
for 5 days each. Ooh, look, a CD at a coffee shop? That is crazy. Buying it.
No.
I think she was in The Illusionist.
Drop it. Good boy.
Or was she in either of them?
I don't know.
Princess Carolyn, before that got sad and weird, you said, if you want my opinion, and we don't. Cuddly Whiskers, you told me you wanted to do something different. Now we're doing something that's going to be just as good as horsing around. Is that what you wanted? Because that's not why I'm here.
I know.
BoJack, I really think you're making a mistake.
Well, here's some free advice. You should know. Now, why don't you leave this to the grown-ups? If somebody needs coffee, I'll give you a ring.
Wow,
Okay.
that's
Best of luck.
mean.
That's where he was. Ruining
You
it.
say?
Yeah.
There's a panic at the disco. Hold on, I gotta go. What do you want, Toots?
I want to be an agent. I think I'm ready.
Oh, again with this I want to be a female agent thing. They don't even have a word for it. You're an agent, all right? I dubbed the agent. You can even take my office because I quit.
What?
Who needs the headache?
Oh,
30
wow.
years I threw into this job, and it destroyed me from the inside out. All I have is regrets.
Oh my God.
That was so
I'm
easy.
An agent.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
You could have done that 10 years ago, probably.
Yeah.
How do we make it clear that this isn't horsing around? Well, what if in the very first scene we show my character literally taking a massive dump on a VHS copy of Horsing Around?
What?
No.
That's insane. Haven't felt this alive since the head of the Charles Regatta. That's a Harvard thing.
Yes. This is brilliant.
We just had 5 minutes of him reading a book to himself.
Oh my God, yes. Just him turning the page, close up of my eyeball. The real shit. They never show that.
No, I was talking to one of the
tears earlier, and she was just gushing about how John Edwards touched her. I say let's make this man president so he can touch whoever he wants. $400.
I don't know what's cheesier, this 3-cheese risotto or that dude's patter.
Seriously. Erica, you know you're not allowed to vote in national elections.
Are you sure it's okay to be in your parents' bedroom?
Oh, this is how he got in trouble with the... Uh-huh.
Hooray! Taking your virginity?
Yeah, sure. That's how I would say it.
Okay, here I go. This is Todd. Doing sex.
You hear that?
No, well, you said he was like the guy from The Sopranos.
Yeah, I said he works on The Sopranos. He's an editor.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Even worse. He must be so desensitized to violence.
Out the window. You love shimmying, right?
You know I love shimmying, but that's a 2-story drop.
Yes,
No!
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Mary's Dr. Melfi? Mamma mia!
Oh my God.
So the island's purgatory, right?
Well, what's really happening?
Hold that thought.
Wow.
Hey,
It's... Yeah.
This is Carolyn. You came.
Well, I figured since I'm your agent, I should at least show up to your premiere party. Hey,
Damn.
big premiere tonight. Very exciting.
Yeah. After tonight, it's no more, hey, aren't you the horse from Horsing Around? From now on, it'll be your BoJack Horseman.
I'm happy for you, BoJack.
So how about a kiss for good luck?
No, BoJack. I'm 33 years old, and I want to have a family by the time I'm 40. I don't want to spend the next 7 years of my life falling in and out of love with you. I've wasted too much time waiting for things to happen, and I'm not going to wait anymore. And for what it's worth, I always liked the horse from Horsing Around.
You did?
Yeah, everybody did.
Everybody did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, if you like Justin so much, maybe you should just continue to be really good friends with him.
Fine, maybe I will marry Justin.
I didn't say that.
I now pronounce this marriage over. Deal with it.
And she was there for it.
Whoa, you barista and cater and waiter? Triple threat. I should be bringing you the water.
You know, just for the record, I think it's cool that you put yourself out there. A lot of guys in your position wouldn't take gigs like this because they'd be afraid people would make fun of them. I'm Diane.
Mr. Peanut Butter.
Yeah, I know.
Add me on MySpace, okay?
Ah, sure.
And
Hey,
like
Oh,
that.
just the actress.
Right?
Yeah.
You gotta call it off. You gotta call the whole thing off.
What do you mean, call it off? We premiere in 2 minutes.
Call the network. Cancel the whole thing. Nobody wants to see me take a dump on a Horsing Around VHS.
BoJack, it's going to be fine.
See, this is why I didn't want to do another TV show. Everything was perfect.
BoJack, this shit is bananas. BANANAS. I can't promise you everyone's gonna love this show, but no matter what, people will remember it. A lesser talent couldn't have pulled it off. But I'm willing to bet on BoJack Horseman.
I love this guy's voice so much.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. Great, because the show is starting, and your life is about to change forever in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, bitches?
All right.
Wow.
We got ourselves a throwback to 2007.
Yep, that's right.
Right before the financial collapse, right before...
Oh, yeah. But no job, no...
right before the 2008 election.
Yep.
Right before BoJack, made a big mistake.
Yes, and I like that was something that happened, right? Like, and
it never went anywhere because we've never heard about this.
Nope.
In fact, we just met the spider lady.
Yes.
The previous episode. So we were like, pretty sure we haven't seen her before.
I was like, wait, do I just not have a good memory, or is
like,
that a new character?
Oh, that's a new character.
Yep.
Because she's like, that time. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yep. And the whole, God, the whole bit of the, hey, you can't talk to me like this. You're dirty. Yes, I'm dirty. I'm bad.
But like, this episode reinforces so much the point of what episode 1 was by saying that, hey, we're going to essentially abandon the past. Who you were, BoJack, and all that. It doesn't matter.
And he tried it once before. It didn't go well.
It did not go well.
And in fact, he regretted it once it was about to happen. Now, granted,
and he dove even harder into identifying himself as being the horse from Horsing Around.
Yes, absolutely. But there is a big difference between, whatever piece of shit they hawked to made everybody watch versus...
Because the vanilla thing that they pitched
The suits had no.
They actually really liked the original pitch.
Alterations, yeah.
It was good enough.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which means even if they were, finding it already safe and bland and middle enough, which is what you were worried about.
Yep.
No, you guys did create something there.
Yep.
So
and I believe, I could be wrong about this, but I think they even presented a pilot script. So so what I'm also curious about, this thing that they presented was so bad, it made them entirely lose faith in the perfect pilot script that they had no issue with, right? And then they're like, nope, that whole thing isn't even happening. It's not the go back to the...
I think it's because of their authority on the way that this was done. Because
sure.
They actually presented one idea to the suits, and then what they actually shot and recorded
they fucked the whole thing because they spent all the production money making this piece of crap.
Well, right. No, it's what actually aired, so, too.
Yeah.
It's the people then saw this,
gotcha.
And were like, what the fuck is this? It has horrible ratings. People click off it immediately.
Gotcha. I figured it was we have the pilot. We haven't released it yet. This is the, pre-screen.
No. They aired this shit.
Oh, my God.
And it probably was DOA, just done.
Yeah.
And, in terms of the way TV ratings work, I believe the idea of having a shitty anti-catchphrase in the very first few seconds of it is basically ticket to let people go, turn off. And then your ratings go,
Yeah.
So, yeah. But there were so many topical 2007 jokes.
Yes.
There's too many to list. There were probably 50 to 100 that I caught. And then there were others where it's like, I'm pretty sure that's a reference, but I don't get it.
The Sopranos bit, though, with the... Wait, you said your
missing
dad's in the mafia. No, he's not in the mafia. He's an editor for the Sopranos. And Sopranos, final episode, only copy.
Right. So it's the, okay, that missing
just
epilogue that we didn't get because the Sopranos randomly just kind of, at the end, just cuts and it's over. It's an open-ended, ending. Is a fun, that's a fun joke to poke at the idea of one of the best series of television ever.
I feel like I need to watch
I've never
that show.
seen, kind of have that moment, where it's like, oh yeah, they had an open-ended ending.
And then so they're on an island, but it's purgatory.
Yeah, and it's
Hurley?
Hurley, yeah.
Yeah, that was
the actor's name, but
that
was great. He's like,
fantastic.
well, yeah, but which is funny because in 2007 we were still in season 3 of Lost. We were not actually in the ending stuff, and it's just BoJack being like, so we get it. It's season 3. We don't have to.
Oh no, I thought that was the BoJack is responsible for ending up being purgatory is the answer.
No. He was saying it so this is what it is. And Hurley goes, well, yeah, but, and then he gets cut off.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Which is hilarious because you think the actors actually knew what the
hell no.
thing was in season 3.
No way. No. But yeah, the Princess Carolyn bits I really liked. I liked the way that we didn't retroactively update BoJack to where he is now as far as his progress and everything. It's a great reminder of no, he really was.
This is who he was.
Piece of shit, right? Yeah. And he's grown and and all that stuff. But yeah. And Princess Carolyn actually caring a bit and being hey, no, I liked the horse from Horsing Around. We all did.
It
was great.
In a lot of ways, it's an aspect about you, BoJack, that maybe wasn't you. Maybe your statement at the end of the previous episode was partially true in that the person who made Horsing Around did it primarily for Herb,
Sure.
He wasn't really making something that's his.
Yeah.
And while you definitely enjoyed the horsing around experience for the most part, the way it ended is pretty bad, but then also the flames of passionate creativity of making something that's going to be remembered and different were stoked by what happened in this episode here.
Yeah.
So you can, in your own mind, without lying to yourself, say, yeah, that wasn't really me. But the thing of saying then that this Secretariat movie is me, that's where the lie comes in. That's where the lie is definitively coming in.
Being able to distance himself from Horsing Around would be a good thing, right? That desire that he had in this episode to do that.
Yeah, it went about in extreme
ways.
It went
in a very extreme and unhelpful way. But that is something that is worth addressing because
internally.
Yes, exactly.
Not trying tanking other people's careers because you had a binge night with
God,
like can
that whole
you imagine
montage
how
was
many
fantastic.
people were involved in that
Yes.
pilot episode and then are just well shit, this whole gig collapsed because these two guys had a ego trip basically.
Yeah.
Like that's I think the big lesson here, if there is one, is that BoJack really gets hyper obsessed with his own self-image to the point that he doesn't care about who he hurts in the process.
Sure.
And the thing is that they were, stroking their, dealio or whatever for the creative process, and it's like
they
no,
totally in their
you did that already. You presented your acting ability with the material that you had available.
Yep. Don't fuck it up.
You're
right?
not a screenwriter. I'm sorry.
Well, yes, yeah. For BoJack, that is definitely true. And yet, for the guy, there's that itch that he did want to scratch, and they both thought they were going to be making something good. The screenwriter guy actually having a bit more reason to believe that, even though he was still completely wrong. But that whole sequence I found so hilarious as they're both just
drinking
suited.
and
they are.
Let's go.
Like because I'm sure this dude had some nights exactly like that actually churned out some good stuff. Right?
Yeah.
Where it's like all right, it gets sweaty, you lock yourself in a room with just some stuff to keep you going or whatever, right? And it's just
let's go.
We got this. All right, and then we'll figure out how to edit it, afterwards, right? When we're fully cognizant, right? But we got the creative juices flowing,
Give it the post first draft kind of look over.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
I thought, how the fuck did I come up with this?
Yeah. All right. But
no one is your own worst enemy. No one is your worst enemy more than you looking at your creative mess when you were zooted the night before, and you go, "Who the fuck made this?"
Yeah, exactly.
You did, sir. It's like,
fire
them.
Fire
them immediately. I don't want them near a laptop typing anything.
And the bit that just got me most of all, it's so silly, but the bit where the hamster guy is like just sucking from the hamster drinker.
I love that gets you so much.
Because it's the look on his face.
He looks so excited. I think what
he's got like an evil smile of like.
I think what it is there's this dissonance with his presentation, and then he's this big hamster,
super sultry voice,
right? Very very sexy voice, and he's got these little baby man arms, Right, and then he's got this like very fragile ego kind of thing where it's like, I actually see in a lot of ways something similar to BoJack.
Yeah.
He's a dark image of something BoJack could become, in the same way that we had a bunch of other
BoJack
characters
wishes his dysfunction
like
was
that
only
with
at this
Princess
level.
Carolyn and the agent having that same warning, and she's just like, warnings? What? I'm an agent now. Woo! And yet then he gets like anyhow, that's wonderful. But the episode gave us a lot of focus on Princess Carolyn too. I loved the hey, I'm 32, 33 or whatever she said, 34. I want to have a family by the time I'm 40. I'm like, oh honey.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that
10 years later, you were in the same situation. You're just a slightly more successful, way more busy agent.
Yes, I love how easy it was for her to get her boss's position, and the idea that she could have gotten it a long time ago.
I want to be an agent.
Yeah, and he's like, okay, all right, take my job, I quit.
Yeah.
Right, like,
yeah,
like, and the signs were there. He wasn't doing any agent work, right? At all.
No.
So it's well, hey, there you go. Like, it's already a dark situation of like the haha, I do no work, you're my slave, and you won't get any recognition or accolades or anything. I'll take the credit for it and yada yada yada, while I do all this other stuff. And then it went for like the even more like like this is such a soulless dead end position that hollowed this guy out, that he gives the position to you gladly.
Yeah.
And this is at the end of his life, essentially. He's given it all to this, and it doesn't feel like he got anything back from it. Hey, long live the king. Enjoy the throne. Like, oh shit.
Ugh. On the side of things with her, like, emotional, like, realization of, like, oh, I can't do this thing with BoJack, but she still ends up kind of coming back to him over the course of time because he's kind of that, I don't know, kind of that, like, crutch, but, like, kind of that.
Yeah, it's the show's gone into
familiarity,
it.
You know?
Familiarity and the, maybe it's because her first bit of being like, oh yeah, I'm the best agent in the world was with the, if I can fix BoJack, you know, if I can.
And she did.
Right? And so it's the, she got that hit. And so it's the, whenever it's the, I need to know that I'm the best agent in the world.
But then he ended up doing
help
the
BoJack
thing with the shitty show.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's not her fault. She's like, I got him a show that was fantastic. You know, like I got him set up, and then whatever happens after that, I mean, who cares? You know,
And that's true. That's the final act of her boss in a lot of ways. Because remember, he's the one that got the the gig.
No, that's
for
a good point. Yeah,
yeah.
Dodged a bullet.
No wonder
there.
he quit. Yeah. He could see this business wasn't for him anymore.
Also, I gotta say, I absolutely love the whole gift scene from BoJack, where
that was cute.
That was super cute because I was thinking, like, knowing BoJack, that it's gonna be like some picture of him.
Yeah.
You know, right? But
it was
no,
actually a thoughtful.
It was actually a thoughtful thing,
joke,
while at the same time being literally the least he could do.
Yes.
But it's something that she would appreciate, right? It showed that he was actually like giving care and attention, and she's just having great fun with this crinkly paper thing.
Yeah.
And then, you know, he's like holding it from her, and she's like, "No, give it back." Like that was,
in a lot of ways, the him that latched onto, I have this show, I need to watch an episode of it every day, you know, or what have you, or I can't have any peace. That's part of him is worse off than the one that was more egotistical and more self-obsessed that wasn't past, because at the very least, that BoJack was more real than this current one.
Yeah, more staring himself in the face.
Yeah. He wasn't trying to run from himself, basically.
Right.
So, yeah. Speaking of running, though, holy shit, they did Jessica Biel. They dragged her through everything here. That was hilarious. I love when they're like, hey, you know, this character actress, specific person here, we're going to name you first and last name here. You are in this show. You are going to voice yourself. And we're going to basically show you as being a pretty shitty person all in all.
Yep.
But I do love all the jokes surrounding her.
I'm going to look her up real quick because I want to remind myself.
You don't remember who Jessica Biel is?
No, I know the name, but I'm like, I want to make sure I know.
I was born at the very specific time where
think
it's
I know,
like
but I
there's
don't
a
know
very
now.
specific teenage boy age where you're like, you remember Jessica Biel. Like,
oh, wait. No, I don't know. No.
Okay, so you know what the issue is?
Oh, yeah, what?
You know what the issue is? You remember her when she was more swimsuit model. That's the joke that they made here. You don't remember her for all the acting stuff
But
that
the
she
lady
did,
who took off her, clothes in Seventh Heaven or whatever?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of sad because I feel like there was a lot of roles that she got where she did like a really good job. And I want to say she was in The Illusionist. I don't think it was The Prestige.
Oh no!
The
Yes,
Prestige
no.
was
That's
ScarJo.
no. Yeah, looking at the pictures, that does remind me. Yes, she was the main girl in Illusionist.
Yes, yeah.
But
yeah, she's done some pretty good stuff, and yet everything about her in this episode was just she can't stand Mr. Peanut Butter. Which, hey, maybe you shouldn't have gotten married to him then.
Yeah, Mr. Peanut Butter is a lot, to be fair.
I understand that, but there's so many little things about the way in which she's like, oh, she's gonna get with Justin Timberlake from NSYNC. That was hilarious.
Yep.
I loved this is such a random little thing, but if you look at her purse, it's a bra and boobs. Yeah, and I have to think it's her bra and boobs. Like it's a bust of hers. It even
has like a crease in the middle of it from how it's designed for cleavage. Yeah.
That's because she was using her own name for like all these things.
Yeah.
She was she's like, oh yeah, other people say this, but it's like, no, you say that. That's yeah. So that was amazing. But then the way they bridged this whole bit
into
with the
Diane
current
and Peanut Butter
marriage,
meeting?
yeah, my second and final wife, haha.
Yeah.
And then Diane ends up getting inspired by Mr. Peanut Butter's.
And then he takes off the shirt, and she's just like, whoa. Like that was that was great for like just yes, they're cute and adorable and all that stuff.
Right.
But also at the same time, the getting a camera angle shot where it's we need this dog in this cartoon to look seductive and attractive, right? You know, and then have a person like give like actual commentary.
Animators be like, all my training has prepared me for this moment. We all the ways I made bank on my way to being an artist.
Yeah, we walked so that the boys could run with the octopus. You know, right?
I was making the joke of how every artist survives, before they make it
with
big.
Furry porn. Yeah.
You didn't have to say it.
Everybody's thinking it. I'm just saying it. Yeah. But yeah, that was
yes,
great.
I love this final bit. The way Mr. Peanut Butter is constantly improving off of her. It's something that she very much likes because her friends. I actually really got feeling like secondhand, I felt really bad for Diane because she's used to her family, right?
Yes. So she puts up with these friends.
Exactly. So she's looking at this as like, oh, this is way better than my family, so it's not that bad. But the way in which they were all trying to basically make the things that were going around of what was saying, they were all trying to have the best commentary of what to say rather than actually engaging and listening.
Yeah.
So you ever are around people where they're not actually listening to you, they're
waiting to respond.
To say that
yeah. Everybody does it at some point.
Well, everybody does it at some point, but if they're supposed to be your your best friends and they don't even really listen to you, that's so depressing.
It sucks. And
those aren't your friends then.
Yep. And I love that she, we were able to see exactly why she fell for Mr. Peanut Butter at the beginning. Because that was, at the beginning of the show, that's kind of the big question is, wait, why is she with Mr. Peanut Butter, right?
Yeah.
Because it's also part of BoJack's perspective, Mr. Peanut Butter is shown to be super unlikable, all the worst sides of himself, right?
Right.
But no, the unflappable optimist, go and try things out, even if they end up failing. She saw that and she's like, that is attractive, and also I want that for myself.
Yes,
that is awesome.
Yes.
Right?
The thing that she saw in some ways where you can even take some of Diane's ego into this, and the way in which she saw the way he acted is something she would like to absorb. This is the guy who's married to a famous Hollywood actress. He himself is a Hollywood guy. He is not at all proud or arrogant about his thing. And if anything, he gives this barista, who most people would just be like, oh, barista, whatever, who cares? And he's like, no, I'm going to give you a very thoughtful, engaging, personal connection here, while my wife literally walks out on me for Justin Timberlake. What is this guy made of?
Yeah.
And then she literally sees what he's made of, and she's just whoa. I get it.
Yeah.
I think the biggest issue with Mr. Peanut Butter is that he doesn't do enough self-reflecting to look at where he's not getting his own needs met. He can flip off about tennis. It's a joke, but that was an amazing joke. But I think that
I don't think that's it.
But I think that point is showing that he doesn't actually really understand himself. He has not come to terms with who he is.
Well, and maybe that's where part of his strength comes from, of the unflappable confidence, right? Because it's if there are some parts of myself that might be self-conscious or nervous or whatever, or things like that, or uncomfortable because I have a need that's not being met.
Yeah.
I don't listen to that because
I drowned it out.
I drowned it out with action and movement and
charm.
Exactly. Yeah, for myself as well as everybody else.
And the problem is that he's not actually that charming. He's still not even good enough at that because he doesn't reflect on the way the things that he says can end up bludgeoning around other people.
Yes.
That's a fun multi-dimensional aspect to him, is that he's not just the shtick character for the thing there. That shtick is to focus then on the negative, which then allows him to have this third point, which is he's actually kind of annoying a lot of the times, depending on who you are and who you're dealing with, because he does kind of still actually, in a weird way, end up like Diane's friends, in that he tries to turn everything into a joke, a commentary, a bit, a thing. he's not necessarily being genuine past the first 2 layers, you know? And that's a really deep take, I would say, because that's more of where he...
Like, I would say that's the...
where he's been at his worst, not who he is in entire...
Well, the thing that came to mind when you said that is I was like, well, he's a performer, and her friends are just bad at it.
Right. But that's the point, is that he's not always good at being a performer.
Right.
And he's good, but he's not consistent.
And even for performers, I'm sure there's that thing where you have to know when to be in performance mode and when to not be in performance mode. I mean, hell.
Yeah.
Like,
we've talked about this.
We've definitely been in that situation where we've like been talking with people about a movie, and then we go into discussion mode, and we're like, oh, fuck, sorry about that.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're used to talking about stories in this particular way, you know, that we've been doing for a long time.
Right, and it's something where if you get into a modus operandi, if you get into a routine, if you get into a flow with this, it feels good for you. But again, tying this all the way back to the BoJack stuff, just because you're in the flow state doesn't mean
your audience is following with you.
It doesn't mean you're going anywhere with anybody.
Sure.
You could be just drinking yourself into delusion.
Yeah.
And wow, I think that tied rather nicely to everything here with this episode.
Hey, nice.
This is a good episode for kind of making you think about a lot of things. And I don't even think we did the episode fully justice with all the little Easter eggs and references and stuff.
I will say, as much as we made the joke about the Sopranos was great. I thought that the whole bit of Todd and the girl that likes him but doesn't know how to say it, and then like is trying to do these things, but is also like adorably being like, but I mean, hey, if you don't want to, we don't have to, you know, all that stuff. That was really sweet. Like if that, I know that's not something that we are going to get more of because that's a thing from the past and whatnot. Well, who knows?
This was introduced with no real resolution other than the joke.
That's true.
So that means then there is a possibility that this
there is a possibility
could come back into the story later.
And that kind of charm and banter and like the emotional layers that there were to that, with a character that we had just been introduced to. I thought that was delightful. And if we did get more of that somehow, I don't know how it would work. I would absolutely be down for that. Yeah.
But great episode to freeze frame and talk about what's going on here.
Yes.
Like this is one of those. This is one of the BoJack episodes of all time in the
one of the BoJack episodes.
In that specific vein where it's the this is the pause and you see a Dutch Bros hat, you know, on the
and at the same time
thing there.
This is in a lot of ways the perfect way to do the. We just had a very serious first episode to a season. We are going to be following up on that, and there are very specific things that will be followed up on whenever we continue with it. That'll be very serious
in the plot. But
let's cut the tension a little bit, and so we'll do this different out of time episode.
That'll still be follow up.
Yeah, an anti follow up that'll still be relevant in some thematic ways. But we don't actually have to follow up with the plot, so that way you can get a break as an audience. Have some good laughs, have some good jokes, and then we're going to go back into the serious stuff.
It feels so meta in the subject matter of the actual BoJack plot in this episode.
I would love so much to be a fly on the wall in the writer's room for certainly this show, but I feel like just serialized television in general.
Especially animated stuff, because you don't have that much runtime. So you have to shove so many things in there, and I'm sure so much gets brought up as
ideas. We only have 22 minutes or whatever.
We only have so much time. That cutting room floor is littered. Littered with somewhat good ideas, you know?
Right, exactly. Like, because again, that kind of crazy, you know, that probably turned out some good stuff at certain points. Just maybe. Maybe the suits serve their own purpose, right? You know, where it's this is shit, you know, right? Like,
the suits basically come in and tell you, hey, you're going to waste a lot of money on your spaghetti strainer TV show idea. Don't do that.
Yep. Like, we are the gauntlet that refines you. We are the crucible in which all great heroes are forged. I don't know why I thought of that.
But nice little reference. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below. For our Patreon, you can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about animated shows in general, and also be sure to check out my Baldur's Gate 3 Let's Play on Twitch. And if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.